Good morning, everyone. This is Melanie Wagner, Development Director with Meals on Wheels, here with our good friend Bradley Richardson. Good morning, Bradley.
Good
How are
morning.
you?
Doing well this morning.
Good, good. It is pouring down rain, so we were just drying off and chatting while we were preparing for this video and talking about a little bit about who you are and what you do. I'm pretty sure everyone knows you, but you're pretty humble about that, and you're like, no, no, no. So for those who may not, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, where your offices are located.
Yeah, so we're a real estate law firm primarily, whether that be transactional work, development work, what have you. Home office in Anderson. We started the practice here in 2006, and we've since grown the practice to open up satellite offices in Powdersville and Seneca. So we do cover the kind of the Tri-County area. Again, though, we are primarily focused on real estate matters, but we do have an attorney who practices probate, trust, and estates. But basically, real estate's what we do.
Awesome. Well, and kind of you're also bringing in someone with probate. You're sort of doing the holistic approach, full circle there. That's smart. That's good.
And that was intentional. I mean, we like to be a one-stop shop for anything related to real estate. So we also offer litigation services related to real estate. We hope you never need that, or curative title is what we call it. So if there's land disputes or issue with someone's title, whether it be through a probate or some other situation, we want to be that holistic approach, that one-stop shop for anything related, not just transactions.
I got it. And that's also good to know. So Meals on Wheels Anderson, our nonprofit has had a fairly long relationship with your firm and with you and your family. I was looking back on our records, and really it started about 2014. So we're going on 10 years working together, and thankfully being supported by you. And so can you share with us what that partnership has meant to you?
Well, first of all, I didn't realize it had been almost a decade, so that's kind of crazy
Yeah,
to
isn't that
think
wonderful?
about. Got involved slowly but surely, edged into Meals on Wheels, and now it's kind of grown to where we're a title sponsor of one of your signature events. One of the things I personally have always liked about Meals on Wheels is that it is a need-based. There is some oversight, so we are able to see our dollars at work in the community, helping those that are truly in need. I think that's a big thing for any donor right now. People want to see where their dollars are being used, and I can actually see the dollars being used, whether it be through the involvement of my wife and my mother-in-law running a route, or we actually have a route on Tuesdays that the staff here in our Anderson office take part in and run. So, you get to hear the feedback. You get to hear what's really going on. It's not just writing a check. I actually hear what's going on, kind of get a behind the scenes look. We always feel real good about what we hear. We think you're great stewards of the funds.
Thank you.
Which is really important to a donor.
Thank you.
We want to see that the funds are being used in the community, and that means a lot to us.
Thank you. And really, that just means a lot to me to hear you say that directly. And I know our executive director, Laurie Ashley, she is very transparent about who we are and what we do, and that means a lot to us, even as staff. And so thank you for sharing that. And I will say it all stays right here in Anderson County. We feed the recipients right here, because you write a check, and that means a lot, but you also put your money where your mouth is, and you put action to that check as well, because you have your staff involved, your family involved. So that means a lot to us, just to reciprocate. And I know you've got some great stories from your family running routes and your staff running routes, but you've got some funny stories that we probably won't share today, but also some real meaningful stories. Do you have one particular you'd like to share with us?
I do, and this is part of the kind of the synergy of Meals on Wheels, in my opinion. So my mother-in-law and my wife have been running the same route for quite some time, so they get to know a lot of the folks on their route on a personal level, which that's a great intangible that I think a lot of folks don't see about Meals on Wheels.
Thank you.
You've got people in the community who, sure, they need the nourishment. They need the day-to-day necessities, but they also need some human contact.
Absolutely.
And being able to do that is just tremendous. And so this past Thanksgiving, Miss Margaret's one of my mother-in-law and my wife's favorite people on the route, and she didn't have anyone to share Thanksgiving with, so they went and picked her up, and she shared Thanksgiving with us, and we took her home, and
wow.
just, And I know not everyone will do that, but,
Right.
but that really happened. And that's an
Wow.
example for my children who also participate in routes when they can. So we've got 3 generations of our family participating on Meals on Wheels. And in my opinion, you really can't put a price on that.
Well,
It's
that
a
just,
measurable item.
we appreciate that. We appreciate that. And it's true. We get phone calls, so we always tell our recipients, if you haven't gotten your meal by lunchtime, 12 o'clock, 12:30, give us a call. Because it could be that the volunteer's running late, or maybe they went to the wrong house. So we always give them that. And a lot of times they'll call us, not necessarily because they're hungry, but because, Rhonda or Dee Dee, or I haven't seen Rhonda today. I'm so excited to see her. Do you know what time she'll be here? So again, you're right. It's a lot of times it's more about that few minutes of interaction in the lives of these folks. So thank you. I really appreciate sharing that.
I mean, it really sounds cliche or corny, and I don't mean it to, but getting back, I think, is a big deal for the volunteers. It's not just checking a box.
Yeah.
And we talked about this offline some more. I mean, I really think with the amount of need we have in Anderson County, there's so much need, no matter what we're talking about. So when you can see, one, your dollars at work and what the return on investment is, but as a volunteer, being able to kind of get a little something back return. I know you mentioned Rhonda. I think I know who you're talking about. She's a big supporter. We've talked about it numerous times. So I don't think our experience is unique. I think a lot of the volunteers would tell you that.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, and I thank you so much for taking time to share that today. So let's talk about Mardi Gras in the Electric City, one of our 3 signature events, and Bradley is so kind to be one of our title sponsors for that, but I know you're also involved in some of our other events we do throughout the year. We see you and your family and celebrate with y'all, but share with us what you love especially about Mardi Gras.
Well, I'm very fond of the VIP lounge. Last year you had Maki up there.
Yes.
You had the head chef from Maki up there telling you what he was making for you, getting to interact with him a little bit outside of a regular restaurant environment. But so I like the food.
You like the food?
I like the food. The Mardi Gras food is outstanding.
Now I'm thinking we're going to need to see you out on the dance floor maybe this year. Is that going to happen?
No, probably not. I'm not a big dancer.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. We'll see. But I do enjoy the food. I do enjoy the fellowship. It's a great event.
Thank you.
We love going.
February 21st.
Here before we know it.
It's a Tuesday. Yeah, it's a Tuesday. So we actually do it on Fat Tuesday. So come have a good time with us all. Huge thanks to you guys for all that you do for us.
Well, thank you. Anderson County's been very good to me, my family. That was something else I didn't touch on. I mean, we have the Powdersville office, so we are real heavy in Anderson County. I don't think people know the reach of Meals on Wheels outside of the city of Anderson.
Well, and thank you for mentioning that, because we do go as far as Powdersville, Star Iva, Pendleton. I mean, it's 44 routes and it's every day. So it's thank you. Yes, our Powdersville friends are very well served, and that's actually an area that's really growing because a lot of retirees are moving to this area, loving the Powdersville community. So yes. Your reach goes that far, and so does ours. So thank you. We'll hope together we can continue to make a difference in Anderson County.
Great.
Have a good day. Thanks, Bradley, for taking a minute to do this. I know you got tons of work to do. So we'll see you guys on February 21st. Get your tickets. Get your VIP tickets. We have a few of those available as well. Thank you for all that you do, and God bless you.